This is the book of 1 Peter, chapter 1, and verse 3. Blessed be the God and Father of our Lord Yahweh Shai, Hamashiach, which according to his abundant mercy hath begotten us again to a lively hope by the resurrection of Yahweh Shai, Hamashiach, from the dead. Why? Because he had to offer up himself as a living sacrifice in order to what? Loose themselves, like in the book of Revelation, to give out the understanding in order for those that have been ordained to go out and prophesy these things that are coming to America, Babylon the Great. Which is the RFID chip, Revelation 13 and 16, the mark of the beast, World War III, world economic collapse, the second coming of Yahweh Shai, Hamashiach. So it says, 1 Peter 1 and 4, to an inheritance incorruptible and undefiled, that fadeth not away, reserved in heaven for you, who are kept by the power of God through faith unto salvation, ready to be revealed in the last time. Which is why it says, Revelation 1 and 13, Revelation 1 and 1, the revelation of Yahweh Shai Hamashiach, being the Black Messiah, the revelation of his name, the revelation of the word of prophecy, Revelation 19 and 20, the spirit of Yahweh Shai Hamashiach, being the spirit of prophecy, which is going out in these latter days, starting with our elders and apostles of great milestone. So we're prophesying salvation to the remnant of Israel. 2/3 of you so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans will die in the land of your captivity, because you're going to take the RFID chip. You're going to hear the words of the gospel. You're going to know the Lord's name, but you're not going to take heed to the warning that the Most High God has given out in these latter days about the RFID chip, the coming of martial law, FEMA camps, world economic collapse, central bank digital currencies, the devices that are coming to the world, like these so-called wildfires, which is bullshit. These fucking crackers want you dead. They know the melanated nations are multiplying more than you. The so-called white man knows that he has but a short time to fulfill his new world order, which will not come to pass. The Most High God will cut the day short for the remnant's sake. The remnant will return unto the God of Jacob, as it is written. These are the things written in biblical prophecy. The downfall of the nations, the lamentation of the great whore, America, Babylon the Great. Which is why the Lord said to flee from the land of the north. It is polluted, literally and figuratively. It will destroy you with a sword of destruction. First Peter 1 and 4, to an inheritance incorruptible and undefiled, and that faded not away, reserved in heaven for you, who are kept by the power of God through faith unto salvation, ready to be revealed in the last time. We are in the last time. We are in perilous times. There are many devices coming to this world, and you heathens know it, which is why you're raging. The nations know it. Esau Edom knows it. You can tell by the faces of the people. They know something big is coming. Esau knows the chariots are coming. The so-called UFOs that you read about in the Holy Bible, which are the holy angels. He knows that destruction is coming as well to these various land masses, America, Babylon the Great, throughout the whole earth. Scriptures say there shall hardly be a man to till the earth in the book of 2nd Esdras. 1 Peter 1 and 6, wherein you greatly rejoice, though now for a season, if need be, you are in heaviness through manifold temptations. This is a sign of perilous times. The air being polluted, the water, chemical spills everywhere, farmland being destroyed, bought out by the adversary, by these foreign countries, China buying these various lands that are next to U.S. bases, which Esau Edom is cutting down. He's getting to the root of that matter. So these are the things that you see in these latter days, the signs of the times that we're in. Yahushua Mashiach, who you call Jesus Christ, said, "Ye hypocrites, you can discern the skies and the stars, but you can't discern the times that you're in." He was speaking to our people, but now we're speaking on two-thirds of our people and to the nations. Why? Because that time is up. The blood has reached the defilement and the bloodshed of the so-called white man to the indigenous Native Americans, the Taino, and the children of the slaves that were brought in via slave ships has reached unto the heavens the iniquity of this great whore of America, Babylon the Great. Peter 1:7, that the trial of your faith, being much more precious than of gold that perisheth, though it be tried with fire, might be found unto praise and honor and glory at the appearing of Yahushua HaMashiach. So this is what Yahushua HaMashiach spoke about there being great tribulation. And immediately after the great tribulation, which is Jacob's trouble, which is there's going to be a climax of when all hell breaks loose. So Jacob's trouble, when all hell breaks loose, first you gotta have the coming of the RFID chip being mandated. Coast Guard troops covering the streets of America, Babylon, shipping stations set up everywhere. You will not be able to buy and sell unless you take the RFID chip. There will be those that will invade one house and another, because there's some that will not take the RFID chip. Those that take it, they're going to be looted. There's going to be utter chaos. America, Babylon, great. And these are the times that we're in. The times of taking heed to the word of the Lord. Which is what? Knowing his name. Knowing the prophecies that will come to pass. Being sealed in your mind with the prophecies. Preparing yourself for that great day. Seeking the Most High God's word. Seeking him while he still may be found, which is through his word. And taking heed and correcting your ways. First Peter 1:8, whom having not seen, ye love, and whom, though now you see him not, yet believing, ye rejoice with joy unspeakable and full of glory, receiving the end of your faith, even the salvation of your souls. Which is why Yahushua said, fear not him that can destroy the body, what can destroy the body and both soul and hell. Which is really talking about the other nations. Because if you knew better, you would do better. If Esau knew better, he would do better. 2/3 have been blinded by the ways of this world, by the tangible things which are going to fade away quickly as we see new signs and wonders, new devices, new distractions, more sabotage, more chaos, more confusion, which you're not going to know what's going on if you're not being diligent in the word of the Lord. First Peter 1:10, of which salvation the prophets have inquired and searched diligently, who prophesied of the grace that should come unto you, searching what or what manner of time the Spirit of Hamashiach, which was in them, to signify, when it testified beforehand the sufferings of Hamashiach and the glory that should follow. So the servant is not above his master. They persecuted him, then they're going to persecute his followers, just like his own people did, just like the heathens did. So our job is to be steadfast in his word. Look for that light at the end of the tunnel. We see the wickedness. How can you not see righteousness, which is springing up? Do you trust God? Do you trust man? Do you know his name? If thou knowest, then their job is to go out and prophesy and teach the remnant of our people. But 2/3 will be blinded. 2/3 of you so-called black, Hispanic, and Native Americans will be coerced into taking the RFID chip. Like Yahushua HaMashiach, who you call Jesus Christ, said, when the Son of Man cometh, shall he find faith on the earth? The answer is no. Why? Because you don't really trust in God, creator of heaven and earth, Yahweh, Yahushua. First Peter 1:12, unto whom it was revealed that unto themselves, but unto us they did minister the things which are not reported unto you by them that have preached the gospel unto you with the Holy Ghost sent down from heaven, which the angels desire to look into. First Peter 1:13, wherefore gird up the loins of your mind, be sober and hope to the end for the grace that is to be brought unto you at the revelation of Yahushua HaMashiach. Meaning, in these latter days, spiritual demon Satan is going to fuck with your mind. He's going to mess with your body. He's going to psychologically try to get in your head. Our job is to what? Be steadfast to the end. Not frustrate the grace of the Lord, which has been given unto the vessels of glory, the vessels of wrath. They know they have been given a particular dominion and for a time, and for a particular time. First Peter 1:18, for as much as you know that you were not redeemed with corruptible things, as silver and gold, from your vain conversation received by the tradition of your fathers, but with the precious blood of Hamashiach, as a lamb without blemish, without spot, which is what his followers are going to do, offer up a living sacrifice to be able to forward the gospel. The sufferings of Yahushua, which is going to be through his ministers as well, in order to what? Proceed with the ministering of the word, which is prophecy. Prophecy. That's what this thing is about. The coming of the RFID chip, martial law, FEMA camps, world economic collapse, central bank digital currencies. We are the Israelites that the Bible speaks of. The mark of the beast, the RFID chip. We're not out here to glorifying the fringes. The fringes are supposed to be in your mind. You're supposed to be sealed with the words of prophecy. You're supposed to know the Most High God's name, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, and call upon it in the day of trouble. So your job is to be sealed with the words of prophecy. It's the Most High God's word while it still may be found. First Peter chapter 5, verse 8. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour. Being sober means to be in the doctrine, in the sober doctrine, not Christianity, not Catholicism, not the philosophies of this world. Because like our elders and apostles at Great Millstone, Hebrew Israelite camp say that Satan is always looking for you to slip up, to be weak, to be weak in the mind, to be weak in your body. And we have to go through particular things. Even those of our people that sold out, you're going to go through particular things. First Peter 5:9, who resist steadfast in the faith, knowing that the same afflictions are accomplished in your brethren that are in the world. Because with all this confusion going on, Most God has not spared anybody in these latter days. Even the righteous, we might be put to death at the guillotines. We might be put to death before that. We might die a quick death. We might die a slow death. We might die in FEMA camps. So the righteous will scarcely make it. What about those that do not believe in the gospel of Yahweh, Hashem Yahweh Shai? This is Isaiah 33:6. Isaiah 33:1. Woe to thee that spoilest, and thou was not spoiled, and dealest treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee. When thou shalt seize the spoil, thou shalt be spoiled. When thou shalt make an end to deal treacherously, they shall deal treacherously with thee. So we're coming in a time when the so-called white man, so Edom, is going to show his horns. And he's doing it now. That's why you have Bill Gates releasing mosquitoes in Australia. Esau manipulating and placing genes. You have lambs now that he can make without having a semen or an egg fertilized. This is what he's going to do. We could possibly see that the Clone Wars, Star Wars come into effect. So you're not necessarily what the goddamn devil is doing, and it's racist. You can kill people now without having a sperm or semen. He's doing it with lambs now. So this is why it says in Romans chapter 9 that he raised up Pharaoh to show power in him. Isaiah 33:2, O Lord, be gracious unto us. Yahweh, we have waited for thee. Be thou their arm every morning, and salvation also in the time of trouble. Isaiah 30:20. And now Esau Edom, the so-called white man, is letting in the U.S. They're going to start to serve you artificial meat, pre-printed meat, stringy-looking meat. Like I've seen online, a lady washed her meat with vinegar and it turned into goddamn spaghetti. This is Isaiah chapter 30, verse 20. And though the Lord give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, yet shall not thy teachers be removed to a corner any more, but thine eyes shall see thy teachers. So this is part of drinking of that wine and that bread, which the bread represents the word, which is the prophecies, the things that we had to go through to fall out from being a nation and returning, and the righteous barely making it. The wine is the wrath of the Lord, which is going to be taken out of our hand and given unto the wicked in these latter days. So you have the teachers here who came by prophesying, the so-called black, Hispanic, and Native Americans. We are the Israelites the Bible speaks of. We give you the 100% truth. According to our elders at Great Mill Stone, Hebrew Israelite camp. We're calling out camps like IUIC, ISUPK, Sikori. They're not giving you 100% truth. They're not giving you the prophecies of the Holy Bible. The name of the Lord, Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai. The coming of the R5D chip, which is the mark of the beast, Revelation 13-16. All these things are coming to planet Earth. World War III, Gog and Magog, Ezekiel chapter 38, which is Russia, China, Iran. These nations which will make war with America, Babylon the Great, and shoot thermonuclear fire upon America, Babylon the Great. Isaiah 30:21. And thine ears shall hear a word behind thee, saying, This is the way, walk ye in it, when you turn to the right hand, and when you turn to the left. So the remnant will know that this is the truth, because their spirit will bear witness with it. 2/3 will continue to follow the philosophies of this world. Will not call upon Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, nor seek his prophecies, nor go into the Hebrew, nor go into the Greek, nor seek the breakdowns of the prophetic word, which is written throughout the whole scripture. The Black Messiah are returning with the angels of heaven, which are the so-called UFOs. You read about them throughout the Holy Bible. Yahushua Hamashayah, and you call Jesus Christ in ignorance. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 15, verse 24. But he answered and said, I am not sent, but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. This is straight from the Messiah's mouth. He said, the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Why? Because we had the desolation of Jerusalem in 70 AD. The black Jews fled to West Africa, and they were brought on slave ships to the Americas, Deuteronomy 28-68, sold as bond men and as bond women. They were given the language English, Spanish, Portuguese. Those are the languages of the oppressor. They were Edomites. They're just called different names. Russian, Spaniard, white. White is a color. We're not brown, we're not black. We are the Israelites that the Bible speaks of. We give you doctrine and 100% truth of our elders at Great Mill Stone, Hebrew Israelite camp. So in these last days, you got to prepare for these snares that are coming to planet Earth, and they're here already. We're not affiliated with white supremacy. We're not affiliated with Antifa. We're not affiliated with Islamic extremists. We are prophesying. We're preaching the words of the Holy Bible. We're telling you destruction is coming. We're telling the heathens their time is up. We're letting our people know that look like other nations that you could be an Israelite. But the Spirit will bear witness with the Spirit. Matthew chapter 22 and verse 9. Go therefore into the highways, and as many as you shall find, bid to their marriage. The marriage is what? And the Most High God sent His only begotten Son, Yahushua Hamashiach, to deliver the remnant of His people from the destruction that is coming. But first you gotta have the RFID chip implemented, chipping stations set up throughout all of America, Babylon the Great. Then World War III is going to come to pass. Revelation, Ezekiel chapter 38, Gog and Magog, Russia, China, Iran, BRICS AI nations. So there's already wars, rumors of wars. There's many devices in the world. Chemical spills, train derailments, I-95 collapsing. What do you think they're going to do when all hell breaks loose? They're going to collapse it, make it easier to collapse. They're going to have checkpoints there. They may be just testing how these old infrastructures can be destroyed, how easily they can be destroyed. So when they bring in the Coast Guard troops, they're going to what? Cut off these major intersections and railways. Matthew 22:10. So those servants went out to the highways and gathered together all as many as they found, both bad and good, and the wedding was furnished with guests. And when the king came to see the guests, he saw there a man which had not a wedding garment. That garment represents the covering, which is knowing the prophecies, knowing destruction is coming, knowing you have to call the Most High God's name in sincerity and in truth, knowing that you have grace, but you are not to sin according to the Torah, which is simple. You're not supposed to eat pork. You're not supposed to eat swine. You're not supposed to drink blood. Keep the Sabbath day holy. Rest the seventh day. Not commit idolatry. Do not lie. Do not steal. These are simple things that most of our people already do. The dietary law is to benefit your health. So these are common sense laws. These are not impossible laws. These are common sense laws, statutes and commandments. Matthew 22:12. And he said unto him, Friend, how camest thou in hither not having a wedding garment? And he was speechless. So he knew he was an Israelite. He knew about the law, but he wasn't sincere. He didn't receive the whole understanding. So it says, Matthew 22:12, and he said unto him, Friend, how camest thou in not having a wedding garment? And he was speechless. So this is what these other camps are doing. They're being found liars. Like in the book of Revelation, thou hast tried them, say they are apostles and are not. And we're not confounded because we can answer with the prophecies, with scripture, secular history, artifacts, archaeology, etymology, meaning the root of words. Matthew 22:13. Then said the king unto the servants, Bind him hand and foot, and take him away, cast him into outer darkness. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. For many are called, a few are chosen. Getting bound hand and foot represents what? Being taken by these other philosophies, by these false camps. Weeping and gnashing of teeth. Second 6:24. At that time, friends fight one against another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear of those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountains shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run. Whosoever remaineth from all these that I have told thee shall escape, and see my salvation at the end of the world. So we're going to go through these things. These things are being made manifest. Train derailments, chemical spills, the skies being polluted, many devices come into the world, the wickedness being made manifest. So if you can see the wickedness, you have to see that there is righteousness coming. Through the spirit of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Wa Rakak Wadash. We are the Israelites the Bible speaks of. We're prophesying to you so-called black, Hispanic, and Native Americans to seek the Most High God while he still may be found. Call upon his name, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. Seek the prophecies of the Holy Bible in these latter days. The so-called black, Hispanic, and Native Americans. This is the book of Galatians, chapter 2, verse 21. I do not frustrate the grace of God, for if righteousness come by the law, then Hamashiach is dead in vain. So we're not frustrating the grace of the Lord. He already said he had the vessels that are fitted for destruction. He had already preserved them, so he's going to preserve the righteous. We have to believe in the testimony that he gave of his only begotten Son, which is the image. There's a name that comes with an image. The image is part of the name. The whole book brings a particular, it comes in a particular spirit, which is what? Righteousness. Which is what? The judgments of the Lord. Which is completion. Which is prophecy. Prophecy being throughout the whole book. We are the Israelites that the Bible speaks of. This is what we're prophesying via our elders and apostles of Great Most Stone. The prophecies written in the Holy Bible. The coming of the RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast, Revelation 13-16. The coming of martial law, FEMA camps, world economic collapse, central bank digital currencies. Calling out these false Hebrew Israelite camps that have 501c3 contracts, just like your church, which they made a deal with the devil, Esau Edom, the goddamn cracker, to push lies, to push deception, to not give you the whole understanding. This is the book of St. John, chapter 17, verse 4. I have glorified thee on earth. I have finished the work which thou gavest me to do. And now, O Father, glorify thou me with thine own self, which the glory which I had with thee before the world was. St. John 17:6. I have manifested thy name unto the men which thou gavest me out of the world. Thine they were, and thou gavest them me, and they have kept thy word. Now they have known that all these things whatsoever thou hast given me are of thee. For I have given unto them the words which thou gavest me, and they have received them, and I have known surely that I came out from thee, and they have believed that thou didst send me. Bahashem Hamashayak Yahushai. So with that, giving honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakwadash, and double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Kwam Yasha Allah, Abad Babal, Shalom.